Hey guys, it's Luke. Well, the Torrens River is probably one of Adelaide's most important river systems. Not only does it provide that scenic water feature for our city, it also provides 3 of our 8 reservoirs for drinking water. But this won't entirely be a history lesson or educational, though I do like to throw things that I remember from school in my vlogs. But this is time to go for a drive, a beautiful scenic drive through Torrens Gorge, one of Adelaide's most well-traveled gorge runs. More after the thing. So a little bit of a nerdy reference, the Gorge Road is also known as the Gorge Run to a lot of motorcyclists and sports cars enthusiasts because it's pretty much like the Kessel Run for Adelaide. Everyone always tries to, go out on the weekends or late at night and just see how quickly they can get from the beginning of Gorge Road to the end of Gorge Road. It's quite a frightening thing. I've been in a car and on a motorbike while they're blitzing through here. While this gorge entrance does have its own unique beauty to it, over the last 12 months I've travelled through a few gorges. I mean, this one you're not greeted with like a giant gorgeous waterfall or snow-capped trees or snow-capped mountains. You're greeted with an aqueduct. No, not that kind of aqueduct. An aqueduct, sorry. So as the sign says, this aqueduct has been in operation for more than 138 years. When the weir over there originally opened, I think it was about 1898, 1838 or something like that. Sorry, I can't remember dates. It used to pump water from the weir all the way through to our Hope Valley Reservoir. That's an incredible feat for back then, which is why they've kept this, just to be basically a historical monument of the engineering. So let's go have a look at the Gorge Weir. Okay then. I guess there's a change of plans. Or loophole. Up and away. Here is my new toy, guys. I just bought this the other week. It's about time I put it to some good use. Let's go flying. This is this is my new one. It's a DJI Mini 4 Pro. It's a lightweight drone, unlike my old Inspire, I think it was called, which you'd need to register that and basically call CASA if ever you wanted to fly in a particular area, whereas this one, it's 249 grams, so just under the 250 gram registration limit. Anyway, enough geek talk. Here is the weir. Okay, it's really not that impressive. I mean, it's old. That's something. It's old, and I mean, look at the engineering, I guess. That's pretty impressive. And this used to be where all our water came from for quite a long time. But then further upstream, they then decided after, I think it was about 50 years later, after stopping and starting and stopping and starting, and there were huge floods like down on the Adelaide plains. So they finally decided, you know what? Let's build a reservoir. But to see that reservoir, we've got to go a little bit further upstream. When I was younger, my older brother and sister actually made me believe that this reservoir was built on top of a town. So they just flooded the town completely, and that's the reservoir. And then when the water tides are very low, you can sometimes see the steeple of the church that was once in that town. I believed that for a very, very long time. As I got older, I realized, yeah, that's not what happened. But there is a little kernel of truth in that. The current Gorge Road as it isn't always as it was. Gorge Road used to actually go down into the gorge, hence its name, Gorge Road. And when they decided to build the reservoir, well, they needed to redirect the road. And back in 2018, they actually drained the reservoir so that they could do the improvements, make it more earthquake proof, and be able to hold a little bit more capacity. So yes, they did put the reservoir over something. It wasn't a town. It was the previous road that was already there. And so with that sightseeing and history lesson out of the way, let's go further up the road and see what we can find. So down the end of Gorge Road is a town called Cuddly Creek, and there is the Gorge Wildlife Park. Now it is a bit late, so we won't go in, but this is also a plug for future vlogs where I will be exploring all the different wildlife parks around Adelaide. So we'll be starting at Warrawong, then we'll head to Gorge, we'll check out Urrumbira, and then we'll go to the more I would say mainstream parks like Cleland, Monarto, Adelaide, and all the others in between. So that's coming up real soon. In fact, that'll be starting in September. So, which obviously this one came out in the last week of August, which kind of makes sense, really, doesn't it? All right, well, I'm feeling a little peckish. I think it's time for lunch. Well, afternoon tea-ish. I've only had breakfast and it's like already 3 o'clock. I don't eat when I'm distracted or out and about doing stuff. Only if I'm with company and they're hungry. So let's get some food. And that brings us to the Cuddly Creek Tavern Restaurant Caravan Park. It's all 3 in 1. And here we are with the food for my belly. Pork schnitzel, chips, and gravy. Usually it does come with salad, which is usually there, but you don't make friends with salad, and I usually eat enough vegetables to make up for my lack of salad anyway. Smashed it. And that was the Cuddly Creek Tavern Caravan Park Restaurant. Hey, Teddy. Hey, Teddy. How are you? Well, that will do it for my adventure today. Cheeky Teddy. Yeah, I have been here before for that schnitzel night, but other than that, this is basically second time and first time having a proper meal, and it was great. The environment is lovely. The people there are magical. Yeah. Well, thank you for joining me on this adventure. Until the next one, guys. Or a vlog. Well, let's face it, by now you already know that I put things like right at the end of my videos after I've said, or a vlog. This here is the hill face that I actually learnt how to abseil on. Ended up being someone's private property, who knew? Oh well. But yeah, it's a lot smaller than I remember. And from here we went to rock climbing at Marialta Falls without any ropes. So thankfully here we actually had ropes while we were abseiling. So you know what? I'm gonna finish this video with highlights from that video with a very different, slender looking me. Maybe one day in the next 36 months. Fingers crossed. All right, guys. Here's that video.
Luke's having a good time here. Look at his face.
I have to do this now. I really do.
Oh, he's trying to back out now. He's trying to back out.
I'm not gonna back out.
He's going to back over a cliff in a second.
I've never properly. Like, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, I've never even made it up a full wall rock climbing.
Well, it's better than me. I've never actually gone rock climbing indoor either. I was just a belayer.
I've got video footage of you climbing up a floor.
I know, and I did it well. I make things look good.
You know what the difference between you and me is, Tim? Showmanship.
Oh. That's what you say.
It can be tighter.
Was that Luke? You like it tighter?
I like it tight. Keeps my in check.
Behave yourself. Otherwise I won't hook you up properly.
Say that again. I want to get that on
film.
film.
You're pushing me off without attaching me to anything?
That's the plan. Okay. This is the difference between life and death.
Matt, I think our friendship is over.
Alright.
Because you left him in the hands of Lisa.
So,
Hold on.
I want to go now.
Do you want your safety?
Forgot this, don't I? Yeah.
Well, if you really want to, I'll let you go down like that. But if that gives way, you're dead.
And I did.
Or
And
actually,
I've got the
you'd be
camera.
broken bones.
Okay, come on.
But then you deprive us of the privilege.
True. That'd be terrible.
I know, I know. The look of a true hero.
Matt, you want to check?
Yeah, better.
Please check. Please check up, Matthew. Please check it.
Might have to go over your head before.
Yeah, around the neck. We don't want you to, like, not... Yeah, that's it.
So, you might want to go on the other side. So, I...
Lean back.
Okay, wave
Lean
to the
back.
camera.
Lean back.
And what's meant to happen here?
You start feeding the rope through and stepping down.
So, if I want to stop, it's like that.
Yep.
And so,
But to get until you get going, you might have to feed the rope through. Like that.
and to stop.
So I'm going to be blind.
Yeah. Just keep your legs out in front of you. And watch where you're putting your feet, not where you're going.
Yeah, I'm trying to look where to put my feet.
Oh, you just...
That's a problem I had.
Oh, there's like a little clip thing here.
And then there's like another hang.
They're an extra wide mouth.
If you want to get better, sit, you can sit on the edge. Because you'll be out of sight, just standing soon.
I know.
That's your actual bit.
Hello.
You do, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Shit.
Luke's last words. Hang
How do I
on.
loosen this knot?
Shit.
What? A scene after the scene? Like, that would probably be like the mid-credit scene. Speaking of credits, I will be opening up a Patreon in the next couple of weeks. I've had it now for about 3 years, the Patreon account, but I've just never felt the confidence to, you know, just put myself out there. I'll also do a buy me a coffee, so if anyone doesn't really feel like being a Patreon, they can buy me a coffee, or in my case, it'll be a hot chocolate, but I'll say buy me a coffee. Yeah, because I really want to get back into doing this. Work kind of doesn't really, allow for much time. So hopefully, I can get back into the swing of doing these things. So Patreon coming in the next week. Okay, let's set a date. By the end of September, I know that's not a date, but by the end of September, I will open up a Patreon. I will make a video letting you guys know when it's open. If you want to donate. There'll be different tiers and, shout outs, that sort of usual thing. And on my adventures, I think one of the tiers, I'll send out postcards and stuff like that, just personalized thank you. And yeah, I guess titles, there'll be certain, I'm a filmmaker, so let's just say, there'll be executive producer, line producer, I don't know, just certain things like that, or even like Teamsters and that sort of thing. Still trying to work out the intricacies of it.